Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the men's presentation of basketball here at Co-Ed's Court. And let's jump right into it. Joining us is head coach Terrence Harris of your Mission Prep Royals. And coach, we have a heavy hitter. We have the gorilla in the room, the gorilla in the state. You know, St. Joseph is not a team to be overlooked by any means. What's it going to take first to knock this team off their pedestal tonight and come out with a victory?
Yeah, we got to play together. We got to execute extremely well. We got to be the best version of ourselves in order to come out of this one with a victory. Our focus is not just today, but in each of these games, we're trying to focus on being the best version of ourselves. Let the results speak for themselves. We need to execute. We need to play our game. We need guys to do their job. We do that, we'll walk away happy with our outcomes. But if we don't do that, then we've got more work to do. So that's our focus right now. Be better than we were yesterday, execute, play together as a team.
And one more question for you, and then I'm going to let you get back to the squad. We all know that San Luis Obispo is the biggest rivalry in the schools with Mission Prep.
Yeah.
How do you feel the rivalry between St. Joseph and Mission Prep is building over the years now that we're doing showcase games where we're combining the boys and girls? How is this rivalry developing?
You know, if we want to call it a rivalry, we're going to have to win a couple here sometime soon. I think what we've got going on here is good competitive excellence. They push us to be better. We hope to push them to be better. It's great to have colleagues that you can work with and join forces with to do some stuff on the Central Coast. To represent the coast and to represent the game of basketball in a way that we all love. You know, I'll say the same actually for Slow High right now. That coaching staff has been really good about trying to be collaborative. At the end of the day, B-Stan, we're out here to win, but we're also out here, we're most importantly out here to build character, to build young men into men. The more that we can do together as a basketball community, the better off we all are.
Coach, I appreciate you joining us for the pregame show. We'll see you after the game.
Thanks for being here, B-Stan.
Thank you, sir. That's Coach Terrence Harris of your Mission Prep Royals. Royals come in today at 9-8, 0-1 in the Mountain League. St. Joseph coming in at 17-2, 1-0 in the Mountain League. Mission Prep coached by Terrence Harris in his 20th season. And on the other side of the ball, Tom Mott coaching the St. Joseph Knights. Mission Prep wearing navy and Vegas gold, riding a 2-game losing streak, averaging 59 points a game, giving up 60 a game. That's a 1-point deficit in scoring for the Royals. And their last 10 games, 5-5. Last 5 games, 3-2. Royals 3-3 at Co-Ed's Court, 1-2 on the road, 5-3 at neutral site games, and 1-1 in overtime contests. Mission Prep has won 5 of their last 9 games by 8 points or more, losing 6 of 8 by 10 points or less as they host the St. Joseph Knights tonight. St. Joseph comes in 17-2, 1-0 in the Mountain League with a 1-game winning streak. They are 8-2 in their last 10, 3-2 in their last 5, 4-0 at home, 7-1 on the road, and 6-1 in neutral game sites. They have yet to be forced into overtime. And Tom Mott's assistant coaches are Garrett Wood, Elliot Davis, and Vince Condi. On the other side of the ball, Terrence Harris, the head coach of the Royals, 20th season, 371 wins to 214 losses. His assistant coaches are Tom Donovan, Ross Rivera, Darnell Harris, and honorary coach Randy Reeder. The last win for the Knights came over Arroyo Grande on Friday, 91-45. And tonight they face the Royals. Mission Prep's last win came over El Diamante on Saturday, January 3rd, 58-43 here at Co-Ed's Court. Then 2-game skid, losing to Templeton 76-70 in overtime, and losing to Atascadero in the Mountain League opener 67-58. St. Joseph Knights coming in wearing their road blacks with gold and yellow, or excuse me, green and yellow trim. You can also call it gold. While Mission Prep wearing their home whites with royal trim all throughout. Thanks for being with us tonight for tonight's broadcast of Mission Prep Basketball. We'll be back in moments with more action here from Coates Court. Thanks for being with us. It's time to go. Let's bring them out. Mission Prep basketball about to get underway here at Coed's Court, meeting in the center circle for the jump ball. Casey Nico wearing number 25 for the Mission Prep Royals. And William Sacre, number 5 for the Knights. And the opening tip to the Knights recovered by Julius Price wearing number 1. Joined on the court by Malcolm Price's brother. The senior and the junior, the Price brothers, big factor in this offense. Averaging 23 and 22 points a game. And Morinini rims that one in and out, rebounded by Abdul Barre. And Barre looking for an opportunity. And that one blocked at the rim for Price. And contact underneath. Colton Mott was called for the foul. First team foul. Scoreless 7:24. Abdul Barre at the line for a pair. First one back iron. Bounces out. No good. Appreciate the volunteers on the camera tonight. Doing great work. And the second one good. The goose egg broken open for the Knights. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. And Barre with a single-digit point. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Deuce Kellogg dishes to Drake. Esparza to Mott as they rotate to the right. Now back to the left. Now back to the right. Inside to Nico. Nico can't do anything with it. Knocked away by Price. Julius Price inadvertently knocked it away. Didn't even know he did it until he did it. And a two-pointer dropped in for Kellogg. He's trying to fill up that bowl of cereal way quicker than we expected. Let's go. 2-1 our score. Royals lead early in this contest. And the shot good for Julius Price. Price with 2 points. The lead back to St. Joseph. The second lead of the night. 3-2 is our score. Mott to Kellogg. Kellogg dishes it back to Mott in the corner. And the baseline drive results in a foul against William Secre. First foul for St. Joseph. St. Joseph leading 3-2, 6:16 on the clock. Any given night, any team can pick up the win. The Royals just need to play their game and not get caught up in what St. Joseph is trying to do. Just stop the drive and keep going themselves. And the jump ball on the fadeaway. Deuce Kellogg with 4. Mission Prep back on top. The 4th lead change of the night. And we're only 2 minutes gone by in the quarter. Price pass inside, stolen by Mott. And the Royals with an opportunity to keep the lead. Kellogg. As Coach yelling, dig. Keep grinding. Let's go. We got a big game ahead of us, and let's finish it strong. 4-3 our score. Esparza guarded by Malcolm Price. Back to Kellogg. Bounce pass off target, intended for Nico. Collected by Sacre and laid up by Julius Price with 4 points. The Knights' 3rd lead change taken away from Mission Prep. We were tied 0-0, 5-4 our score. The house starting to fill in for this main event contest. Tipped off at 7:30. And Morinini with the steal and the layup off the window from the right side. And the third part of the law firm putting it in. The only part not to score is Malcolm Price yet. Give him time, he will work it out. And the jump shot at the free throw line, good for Case and Nico. And Case and Nico cuts the lead to 1. And Deuce Kellogg gets called for a blocking foul. Second team foul for Mission Prep against St. Joseph. We're in a 30-second timeout. Tonight's broadcast presented by Hyundai San Luis Obispo, located 1407 Auto Parkway, San Luis Obispo. And coming out of the timeout, St. Joseph with the possession, up by 1. 7-6 is our score. We've had 5 lead changes in this contest so far. Fade away, three-pointer off target for Malcolm Price. Rebounded defensively by the Royals. Drake bringing it up court. Hands off to Kellogg. Kellogg dishes it to his left, rotates into the corner to Mott. Mott inside, left elbow to Nico. Nico out to the right side. Up top to Kellogg. Three-pointer over the head of Morinini, no good. Sakure pulls the rebound. Sakure averaging 10 boards a game for the Knights. And the corner pocket, Morinini leads all scorers with 5 points. 10-6 is our score. Morinini averaging 13 points a game, 13.7 to be exact. As that one's tipped into the backcourt, recovered by Kellogg, guarded by Morinini. Pass off to Esparza, Namada in the corner, trying to get past Sakure. Out to Drake. Drake sends up a three-pointer over Malcolm Price and drops it in. And that is a three-pointer for Price over the head of Malcolm Price. And both teams with one three-pointer. Morinini pushes it up top to Malcolm as they move the ball to the left. Gonzalez checking in at the timeout. The rebound to Drake, and Drake throwing it forward. Recovered by Malcolm Price. Price to Morinini, the shot off target, a foul called on the contact. Colton Mott collects his second. The score 10-9, Mission Prep down by 1. Gunnar Morinini at the line to shoot 2. St. Joseph 1 for 2. BG Braden Garrett getting ready to check in, along with multiple Royals, including Godson Aida, Elijah Ormond, so on the court for the Knights is going to be the Malcolm and Julius Price, the Price brothers. Godson Aida, along with Elijah Ormond, and Gunnar Morinini checks out. Checking in for Morinini is Bernardo Geronimo. Both of those good for Morinini, who was the shooter on that one, setting with 7 points, 12-9, three-point lead. Nico rolling into the corner. Up top to Kellogg in the wing, sets the screen, and that's off of the Knights' foot. Mission Prep coach trying to get a kick ball when he was told it wasn't. He smiled, so I think he knew the answer to that one. And this main event turning into be a heater. And a whistle called against Mission Prep. Deuce Calla collects his second foul. Fourth foul against the Royals. St. Joseph with one foul in the contest. 4-1, 2:25 on the clock, 12-9. Three-pointer sent deep, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Pulled in by Esparza. Esparza averaging 4.2 rebounds a game. Shot blocked by Julius Price. Calla couldn't get it up, dishes it to Nico. And back to Nico it goes. And Nico with a floater from the right hand. 12-11 our score. There's been 5 lead changes in this contest. 1:36 remaining. Godson with the reverse layup. And Aida with 2 points, 14-11. And the jumper inside the arc, good for the man with the mustache, Hunter Drake. Let that mustache come alive and rule the Knights. Malcolm Price off target. Bodies hit the floor. Garrett quickly helped up by Nico. And Morinini re-entering the game for Malcolm Price. Morinini with 7 points tonight. Julius Price with 4. Abdul Beret with 1. And Godson Aida adds 2 for a total of 14. And a three-pointer, Morinini, averaging 13.7 a game, at 10 tonight. 10 of the 17 for the Knights. Drake, near far side three-pointer, hits the right iron, ricochets into the hands of Esparza. A fresh 35 for the Royals, 40 seconds on the game clock. 10 seconds separate the big and little clock. Kellogg to the rim. Rebound no good by Nico, and we're going the other way with Geronimo. Kicks it out to the corner. Morinini can't get it to sink. And the second chance opportunity is good underneath for Elijah Ormond. 19-13, 6-point lead for the Knights with 15 seconds left in this first quarter. And Deuce Kellogg holding it for the final play. 5 seconds. Dish to the corner. Trying to shake the defender. Hunter Drake does. And that three-pointer goes wide. Airballed. And after 1 quarter of play, 8 minutes gone by, our score 19-13. The Knights leading the Royals. The Royals hanging tough in this matchup against the heavy hitter, St. Joseph. Thanks for being with us. And coming out of the timeout, we enter the second quarter, 19-13. The Knights leading the Royals. Royals take the inbounds. And the pass intended for Nico, stolen by Morinini. Push forward to Price, and the bodies fight for the ball. Royals come up with it, and Mott delivers it up court. And checking in is Blake Boudreau on the court for the Royals. They have the big lineup: Boudreau, Garrett, Nico, and leading the front court is going to be Esparza and Mott. And Nico fouled on his attempt to shoot. Nico at the line to shoot 2. The foul committed by Abdul Beret. First foul for Beret, first foul of the quarter. First free throw no good for Kaysen Nico. 4 points tonight, averaging 12 a game. Hit his career high just the other night, 16. And Nico with 5. Royals 1 for 2. No shots in the first quarter from the free throw line. Driving the baseline, kicking it out. Stolen by Esparza, but Abdul Beret collects it for the Knights on the attempt, and Morinini cleans it up. 12 points for Morinini. He's going to maintain his average of 13.7. That's a Seems like a certainty at this point. Getting ready to re-enter the game is Drake and Kellogg. Three-pointer. Good for Esparza. And Esparza with the three-pointer cuts the lead to 4. Julius Price answers right back with his own 3. And Mission Prep with 2 3-pointers. And Colton Mott gets 2 on that trip. Driving the baseline up and through William Sacre. 26-19, 7-point lead for St. Joseph. Nico passes into the corner to Esparza. Esparza brings it back out up top to Mott. Six on the shot clock for the Royals. And a foul called against Mission Prep. Case and Nico commits the foul. It's Nico's second foul, first team foul for the Royals in the quarter. Cole Taylor is in the contest for Mission Prep. Malcolm Price gets his first points. 28-19, the lead's grown to 9. Esparza trying to trim that down. Can't get it to connect. Sacre climbs the ladder, gets the rebound. And his quick fire throwing it off the backboard. Possession to Mission Prep. That one goes out of bounds. And another foul called. Hunter Drake called for the foul. Hunter Drake. And bodies fight for the rock, and the Royals come up with it. And the shot no good. 28-19, 9-point lead. And Sacre takes it in. Sacre with 4 points, 30 for the Knights. An 11-point lead, jump ball call for, and the arrow goes to St. Joseph. Price brothers exchanging passes. And that one down low to Sacre. 6 points for Sacre, 32-19. 13-point lead for St. Joseph over Mission Prep. And heavy pressure brought against Esparza. Sacre and Malcolm Price double teaming. Double team on Kellogg. Kellogg tries to get it to Taylor, and that one sells off of Taylor's hand. Case and Nico checks back in. And for you San Jose State Spartan fans out there at halftime, San Jose State leads Air Force 27-21 in men's basketball. And that pass collected by Kellogg. And the foul handed out to Josiah Gonzalez. And Mission Prep with 3:58 on the clock. Back on offense, down by 13, 32-19. And Kellogg swatted at the rim. A lot of contact with Godson Aida. And officials coming in to separate players who weren't talking much of anything, it looked like. They're all kind of chuckling at each other. And a timeout taken by the Royals. Cannon Trainer checked into the contest for those keeping track. And a full timeout taken. We'll join them in the timeout. Mission Prep basketball presented by Ready Golf Club. Premium golf facility indoors on the Central Coast, open 24/7 to members only. Play over 430 top golf courses anytime with TrackMan technology, personalized coaching, and limited access in a premium indoor setting. Visit readygolfclub.com or give them a call today at 805-323-4343. For more information, they're located at 3000 Broad Street, Suite 104 in San Luis Obispo. And this premium indoor golf facility looks legit as legit can be. Check them out. Ready Golf Club. And 32-19, the inbounds taken by Mission Prep. And a quick shot at the baseline, no good, knocked out. And rebounded by Gonzalez for St. Joseph. Pushed forward into the hands of Ormond. And now Aida puts it up for two. Aida has 4 tonight of the St. Joseph 34. 34-19, Malcolm Price getting ready to re-enter the game with 2 points for St. Joseph. Wearing their road blacks. Joining him is going to be William Sacre with 6 points. And the Royals go to the line with Deuce Kellogg. Mission Prep 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Kellogg makes it 2 for 3. Deuce Kellogg with 5 points. Price and Sacre check in as Ormond and Morinini check out. Julius Price remains on the floor. Committed to Stanford next year. And the second one good. Royals 3 for 4 in the quarter. 6 points for David Kellogg. Jacob Martinez enters the game for Mission Prep. And the shot missed at the rim, rebounded offensively. Malcolm shakes the defense, passes it to Julius. And Julius lays it up. Julius Price with 9. Only one Royal in double digits. Gunnar Morinini sitting at 12. And the pass intended for Nico sells awry and ends up in the hands of the Knights as Julius Price was fouled on his way to the rim by Mott. Third personal for Mott, third team foul for the Royals. (36-21), 15-point lead for St. Joseph. Price looks to strike quickly and does just that as he sends a three-pointer up. His second. Price with 12 points. 4 3-pointers for St. Joseph in this contest. 2 for Price, 2 for Morinini. 39-21, 2:10 left in the first half. Deuce Kellogg checks in. Colton Mott goes to the bench in foul trouble with 3 fouls. 39-21, 18-point lead. And the pass underneath the Sacre on the reverse layup, and William Sacre sets at 8, and the lead grows to 20. Shot missed by Nico beyond the arc, rebounded by the Knights. And Price, quick fire three-pointer, bottom of the bucket. His third three-pointer of the contest. 15 for Price, 5 3-pointers for St. Joseph. And Malcolm laying it in with an easy dunk. 4 points for Price, 46 for St. Joseph, 21 for Mission Prep. 1:24 remaining. Full timeout taken by Mission Prep as they need to figure things out here against the Knights as the Knights begin to run away with this one. The Knights outscoring Mission Prep 27-6. Excuse me, 27-8 in this contest in the second quarter. Our scorer 46-21. We open the second quarter with a score 19-13. That lead has grown from 6 points to 25. Tough break for the Royals in the moment, but they're working through it. Bring that scoreboard in for you. I should have brought that in a long time ago. Sorry about that. A lot of things going on in this contest. Appreciate you being with us. I can't see the chat tonight, so I hope you're all doing good. If you need to reach out to me, text me if you got my number. Do, 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 do. And the pass down court to Drake, back up top to Kellogg, inside to Nico, out to Martinez. Esparza, Martinez in the corner, rebounded by Drake. Drake bound pass through the paint to Esparza. Esparza connects with Deuce to Drake. And Drake gets it in the corner, can't connect. Morinini fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called for. And the possession arrow goes to Mission Prep. Morinini averages 3.8 rebounds a game. St. Joseph 17-2 this season. Looking to pick up their second Mountain League win tonight. Kellogg, left wing. Passes inside to Nico. Kaysen Nico pushing back. And the pass stolen by the Knights, and Malcolm fouled at the rim by Deuce Kellogg. Kellogg with 3 fouls. Royals with 2 members in foul trouble. Deuce Kellogg with 3, Colton Mott with 3, Kaysen Nico with 2, and Hunter Drake with 1. (21-46). First one good. For Malcolm Price, sitting with 5 points. St. Joseph 4 for 6 at the free throw line, rebounded by Kellogg. Price can't get the second one, and the tie-up between Kellogg and Nico results in a dunk on the turnover to Malcolm Price. Miscommunication on offense. buckles quickly. 10 seconds on the game clock. And the pass intended for Drake, knocked out of bounds by Morinini. And Mott re-enters the game with 3 fouls. Jacob Martinez to the sideline. Ball pushed forward to Morinini. Morinini laying it up. Morinini with 14 points tonight, and that is our halftime. 51-21. Mission Prep struggled in the second quarter, scoring 8 points as St. Joseph puts up 51 in the half.
You guys stay out there doing the cheer. They're doing the cheer.
32. I have Kellogg at 3, but Kellogg with 2 fouls. Okay. I jumped ahead. 32 points in the second quarter for the Knights, 19 in the first, 51 altogether. Mission Prep, 13 in the first, 8 in the second, 21 altogether. We'll be back. we're back. Our score, 51-21, 30-point lead for the Knights. A tough break for the Royals in the second quarter. Outscored by 24. And from the corner, Malcolm Price. Oh, we got the wrong scoreboard, the wrong camera up. Let's do that. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but we got it fixed out. Malcolm Price with 10 now. 54-21. 33-point lead. And the shot no good. The rebound to the Knights. Malcolm Price coming up with it, going cross country, slips past Kellogg. Can't get it to sink. Abdul Baray with the rebound, fighting for it over Esparza. And the putback by William Sacre. He's into double digits. So 4 of the 5 starters for the Knights into double digits. Nico hands off to Mott. Mott passes out to Drake. Stolen by Morinini. And the third part of the law firm drops it hot. And Gunnar Morinini with 16 tonight. 58-21. And the tempo slowed down by head coach Terrence Harris of the Mission Prep Royals. And three-pointer, Kaysen Nico with his first of the night. 8 points for Nico, first three-pointer of the second half. And multiple offensive opportunities for the Knights as Abdul Baray gets his own rebound. Kaysen Nico finally comes up with it. And he comes up with a smile. Fighting for that rebound, 58-24. 34-point lead. Kaysen Nico off target for the three-pointer. Sacre with the rebound, averaging 10.2 a game. Has multiple rebounds tonight. Abdul Baray with the rebound out to Malcolm, to Morinini, three-pointer off target. And Baray slamming it in. Dunk City lives. And back the other way, the layup no good for Deuce Kellogg. Morinini pulls the rebound. Morinini averages 3.8 a game. He has multiple rebounds here tonight, well above that 3.8. And William Sacre cleans it up. Timeout Mission Prep, 62-24, 38-point lead. And 4 of the 5 starters for Tom Mott and the St. Joseph Knights into double digits. Gunnar Morinini with 16. Julius Price with 15. Malcolm Price with 10. And William Sacre with 12. Rounding out the scoring for the Knights, Abdul Baray with 3. Elijah Ormond with 2. And Godson Yaida with 4. Mission Prep setting with 24. Scoring is led by Kaysen Nico with 8. Deuce Kellogg with 6. Hunter Drake with 5. Colton Mott with 2. And Jackson Esparza with 3. 24. The lead is 38. We will have a running clock in the fourth quarter if this goes to 40 points or more, but we have to wait for the fourth quarter to get there. It has to be 40 points or more in the fourth quarter. There's nobody behind you, Monty. 62-24, quick pass. Asher Lerner's checked into the game for Mission Prep. That off target for Esparza, and he quickly transitions the other way to cut off Malcolm Price, knocking it out of his hands. And that's going to be a St. Joseph ball on the tip from Esparza. And what looked to be like a check-in for Kellogg was reneged by head coach Terrence Harris. Julius Price at the rim will get the bucket and the foul. Price sets at 17. 23.5 is his average. We're an hour into this contest as Price connects on the and one. Julius Price setting with 18. He is the leading scorer of this contest. And we go the other way and jammed in by Julius Price. Give that man 20 tonight, 67-24. And the ball comes loose into the hands of Drake. And down to the corner, Mott's shot off target. Julius Price with it, and the Knights just having fun at this point. Price to Morinini. And Sacre cleans it up. William Sacre with 40 points. Sorry, 14 points. It is a 45-point lead for St. Joseph. And that is no good. Not very many fouls called late in this contest. And Morinini lays it up, 18 for Morinini. 47-point lead. Royals with 3 points in the quarter. And that pass off target intended for Sacre. And here comes the substitutions. Geronimo, Aziz, Ormond, and Gonzalez checking into the contest. The only player to stay on the court is Godson Aida. Up top to Nico. Nico pushes it to his left to Mott. Mott drives in out to the right corner. Drake up to the right wing, and Esparza can't connect on a three-pointer. A good possession for the Royals, just can't get any points off of it. Gonzalez to Geronimo. Back inside, bounce pass, off target, ends up in the hands of Drake, and Drake called for the travel. And I feel like there was defensive interference on that one, forcing the travel. And 2:34 in the third quarter, 24-71. 47-point lead. And a traveling called on the Knights. Gonzalez called for the travel. Asher Lerner inbounds it. Mott brings it up court, across the timeline. He kicks it to Esparza in the corner, up top to Nico. Nico, three-pointer, dropping it in. Casey Nico with 11. That is the fourth three-pointer of the contest for Mission Prep. And Nico trying to get the steal, can't connect. And the pass underneath to Geronimo, shot out of bounds, pops out of the cylinder, and Drake going coast to coast. And there should be contact foul, but nobody calling it. (71-27), the inbounds to Nico. Nico looking for her and finds Mott to the rim. Mott can't connect. Another solid possession, not resulting in points. And the corner pocket good for Josiah Gonzalez. I have that as the 7th three-pointer of the night for St. Joseph. Lerner passes to Kaysen Nico. Nico at the left elbow, puts it up, bounces around, can't get it to sink. Drake fighting for the rebound with Ormond, and the Knights come up with it. And a three-pointer sent up by Gonzalez, off target. Nico claims the rebound. Kaysen Nico averaging 8.5 rebounds a game, only playing in 4 games, making a huge impact in the roster for the Royals. Season average 12 points a game, setting at 11 tonight. Nico pushing back on Godson. Out to Lerner. Lerner finds Nico at the elbow. Nico pushing again on Godson, looking for an opportunity. Finds Esparza. Esparza shakes the defender Geronimo. Can't connect off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Ormond. And the 24 seconds, the shot clock's gone dark. The Knights holding it for the final possession of the quarter. And that shot drops for Godson Aida with 6 points with 2.2 remaining. Drake at the buzzer, can't connect. And the Royals in a big hole, 76-27. A 49-point lead for St. Joseph in this contest. St. Joseph holding the Royals to 6 points in the third quarter while putting up 25. And a 49-point lead here in the fourth quarter, which means we will see a running clock. And the inbound. And the jumper, no good, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Godson Aida. Push forward to Ormond. Ormond to Geronimo from the left elbow to the rim. Cutting through the lane, the shot no good. And that one goes back to the Royals, last touch by Aida. And the clock running here in the fourth quarter with a plus 40 lead for St. Joseph. This fourth quarter will be exactly 8 minutes long, barring any timeouts. And Cannon Trainer nails the bucket. 3 points for Trainer. 46-point lead for St. Joseph. Up top to Geronimo. Pass to his left to Gonzalez. Inside to Aida. Aida puts it up, averaging 5.9 a game. 8 tonight. Above his season average, 78 to 30. And the spin by Kellogg. The shot pulled in by Ormond. And Geronimo connects with Gonzalez. Last touched by the Knights. Gonzalez was like, I ain't touching that. But it was a pass from his teammate. So either way, out of bounds off the Knights. 78 to 30. St. Joseph will improve to 2-0 in Mountain League play, leaving the Royals with no wins. 0-2 in league play. And the foul called on Geronimo. Deuce Kellogg at the line for a couple free throws. Mission Prep 3 for 4 at the free throw line. (78-30). Dylan Fasse's checked in for the Knights, as well as Colby Pettiford. And Cole Taylor on the board. (78-32). Cole Taylor scoring his first points since scoring one against El Diamante on January 3rd. His career high is 2. He has a total of 9 points this season. Does a great job on defense. Great to see him get some offensive points for the Royals. And the tie up underneath the basket. Jump ball call for in favor of the Royals. Asher Lerner re-enters the contest. Deuce Kellogg checking out. On the court for the Royals is going to be Boudreau, Taylor, Martinez, Lerner, and Trainer. And the foul called on Vanche Aziz. Second team foul in the quarter for the Knights. 78-32. Clock continuing to run under 3 minutes. Blake Boudreau can't connect with the first one. As Boudreau connects for the second one. And Martinez throws it out of bounds, trying to save it. Possession to St. Joseph, 2 minutes coming up on the game clock. And Trainer knocks it out of the hands of Aiden Thompson. And fighting for a shot at the rim, Aziz can't get it to go. Fosse at the rim, his shot no good. Rebounded by the defense. Mission Prep coming up with a verse. Trainer chases it down. Trainer averaging 1 rebound a game, and he can make that count for another rebound. 78-33. The Knights with only 2 points in the quarter. And Aziz on the board, fighting for the bucket. 80-33. Under a minute to go in the contest. Lerner fights for the rim, and he is fouled, spinning on the floor like a break dancer. Vanche Aziz called for his second personal. Trainer at the line to shoot a couple with 37 seconds to go. First one a miss. Lerner with a second opportunity. Lerner connects. Lerner is on the board. As the Knights move it around. 6 seconds to go. The ball popped out. Fighting for it in front of the scorer's table, and that is the buzzer. We are done here at Mission College Prep. Our final score, 80-34. Mission Prep scoring 7 in the final quarter, holding the Knights to 4 points. Mission Prep's leading scorer tonight, Case and Nico with 11. And leading scorer for St. Joseph, Julius Price with 20. Gunnar Morinini with 18. William Sacre adds 14. Malcolm Price with 10. All 4 in double digits. The 5th starter, Abdul Beret with 3. Josiah Gonzalez adds 3. Elijah Ormond, 2. Vanshe Aziz with 2. And Godson Aida with 8. Mission Prep Royals led in scoring by Case and Nico with 11. Deuce Kellogg puts up 6. Deuce Kellogg with 6. Hunter Drake with 5. Cannon Trainer with 3. Jackson Esparza with 3. Cole Taylor with 2. Colton Mott with 2. Asher Lerner and Blake Boudreau with 1 point for a total of 34. We had talked about having Coach Harris coming for a post-game interview. I don't think he wants to do this one. We're going to leave him with his squad, and we're going to join you on the other side for our next broadcast right here from Coates Court. You're going to want to join us on Friday night as the Mission Prep Royals host the San Joaquin Memorial Panthers. Friday, January 16th, 7:30 tip-off here at Coates Court, and then back on Monday on Martin Luther King Day, hosting the Liberty Patriots at 4:30 right here at Coates Court as the St. Joseph Knights move on Friday to Atascadero to play the Greyhounds at 6:30. Thanks for being with us. The Knights improved to 18-2, 2-0 in the Mountain League. The Mission Prep falls to 9-9, sitting at 500 on the year, 0-2 in the Mountain League. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our final score from Coates Court, 80-34. The St. Joseph Knights pick up the win over the Mission Prep Royals. For Terrence Harris, Darnell Harris, Ryan Velvin, I'm Brian Stanley. Thanks for being with us.